What if Izuku Midoriya mastered infinity? With impenetrable defense and absolute control over space, how would this change My Hero Academia? Let's dive in. There was a freckled 4-year-old green-haired boy with his best friend Katsuki Bakugo, and his group of 3 friends. Bakugo, look at my excellent quirk. While making small explosions. Izuku, that's a cool quirk, Kachan. He said excitedly, tomorrow my mom and I are going to go see what my quirk is. Bakugo, no matter what quirk you have Deku, it will never be as good as mine. He said while Katsuki's friends could be heard cheering him. Narrator. The next day the Midoriya family went to the doctor, to find out what the quirk of the family's future promise would be. 2 days ago, the younger green-haired boy's eyes were shining a deep green color. The freckled boy's mother assumed that this was because of her firstborn's quirk, and she was not wrong. Doctor, Mrs. Midoriya, your son's quirk is truly confusing, he said as a drop of sweat fell on his head. Inko, why do you say that, doctor? Doctor, we've been investigating your son's medical exams from the last week, and all you've achieved in us is confusion and confusion, he said looking at Izuku's medical exams. Although we have an idea, we can't give the quirk a specific name. You see, it practically allows him the precise manipulation of space at an atomic level. The green-haired boys opened their eyes in unison. Inko, that sounds really powerful. Surprised. Doctor, yes, it is. Narrator. After a series of more conversations, the green-haired men left the office. After the door was closed by the older green-haired woman, the doctor left the papers on his work table. Doctor, it's a really powerful quirk, maybe he would be interested in having it in his collection. On the way of both green-haired boys, the mother became interested in her son's bright eyes, and then asked. Inko, Izuku. Did you notice that ever since your eyes started shining 2 days ago you started feeling more tired? Izuku, now that you mention it mom, it's true. Inko, can you see anything peculiar with your eyes? Izuku, yes, since they shine I can see people through walls, plus I see some letters whenever I see someone. Inko, it's a shame you can't read yet Izuku. I know. How about you spell out what you see for me? Izuku, T. E. L. E. Q. U. I. N. E. S. I. S. he said while looking at his mother. Inko, that means your eyes allow you to read people's quirks? Izuku, that sounds amazing. I want to learn how to read. Narrator. After a day of the Midoriya family having a medical consultation, the freckled boy met his best friend. Bakugo, Deku. What quirk do you have? Izuku, well, it's a bit complicated, he said while scratching his head. Bakugo, so tell me. Is he powerful or not? Izuku, I think so. Bakugo, PFF. Even if 1,000 years passed, your quirk couldn't match mine. Look at this. He started generating 2 explosions in each palm, small, but a little bigger and louder than the ones he made yesterday. Izuku, that's great Kachan. Your quirk is more powerful now. Bakugo, that's right Deku. You'll never be able to surpass me. Narrator. It's been a few years since Izuku got his quirk. Now the freckled 14-year-old, with dark, round glasses, was in the middle of his class. Teacher, I would give you a form so you can write down what you want to be in the future, but, you all want to go to the hero course, right? All the students in the classroom started shouting yes, as they threw the forms into the air. Bakugo, Professor. How could it occur to you that these rejected extras could reach the top? Extra, you can't say that, Katsuki. He said while all the other extras complained along with him. Bakugo, shut up. Teacher, it's true. You want to go to UA High School, right, Bakugo? Extra, UA? The national school? Extra 2, I was in the top 0.2% this year. Extra 3, every year your acceptance rate is extremely low, right? Bakugo, ha. That's why you guys are trash. I did excellent in the mock exam. I'm the only one from this horrible place who could get into UA. I'll definitely surpass Old Man All Might and become the strongest hero. While making explosions in his palms my name will be written at the top of the salary list. Teacher, oh, so Midoriya wants to go to UA too. He said as Izuku cracked a smile. The classroom fell silent. Extra 1, it's true his quirk is very powerful. Extra 2, I could get into UA easily. Bakugo, damn nerd. he said as he approached and gave one of his best explosions to Izuku. Teacher, Bakugo. What are you? Bakugo, shut up. This useless guy is only ruining my bright future. The explosion that Bakugo had launched at Izuku stopped moving when it covered him. Izuku, don't make me do tiring things, Kachan. He said as the slowed explosion began to disappear. Do you want to become the strongest hero? What a shame. The glasses were lowered, showing Izuku's eyes that shone a bright green. The strongest will be me. Bakugo, TSK. That impenetrable defense of yours is a damn problem. Narrator. Classes had ended and Izuku was walking outside the school. Izuku, in his mind, infinity is the only thing I could discover about my quirk in these 10 years. It is a quite exhausting ability. It is not activated at will. If I had it at all times, the wear and tear would be such that I would faint from exhaustion. He said in his mind as he walked and entered a tunnel. Sludge villain, a medium-sized invisibility cloak. Izuku, huh? He said as he turned around. The villain launched himself as soon as Izuku looked back, but he never got to touch him. Sludge villain, what's going on? Is this your quirk, brat? Izuku, that was close. But thanks to your words I was able to activate infinity in time. Sludge villain, it's a good defensive quirk, but let's see how long you can hold out. He said while covering Izuku in his mud. Izuku, in his mind, damn, I'm surrounded, I have no escape and infinity is too exhausting to keep it activated for too long. I'm dead. Sludge villain, what's wrong, aren't you going to talk? You seem nervous. Izuku, damn, be quiet for a while. I can't relax with so many irrelevant words. The green-haired boy couldn't fully process the events, so he decided to think. Izuku, he can't touch me because of infinity. He said, seeing how he was surrounded by a ball of mud. However, is there a way to escape from this situation? No, there isn't. If I walk forward, my infinity might make it possible for me to walk out, but, otherwise, what would happen? Sludge villain, ha 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 ha, it's not too late for you now. Izuku, damn it. I'm not going down without a fight. Narrator. In a forest 10 years ago. Bakugo, guys. Let's race to see who's the fastest. Kid 1, I doubt I can surpass you, Bakugo. Kid 2, let's do this. I need to learn how to use my wings. Izuku, tired, in his mind, since I have these eyes I am tired all the time, plus it is not an ability that I can deactivate, it is exhausting. Bakugo, okay. Let's go, heroes of the great Bakugo's agency. Starting to run. Kid 1, let's go. Following Bakugo. Izuku, I'm too tired, damn it. Starting to run. After about 20 seconds of running, Izuku started to slow down. Bakugo, what's wrong, Deku? Are you tired already? He said as he stopped running. Izuku, sorry, it's just that, my quirk tires me out too much. Bakugo, a useless person is a useless person, guys, how about we show him his place? Child 1, yes. He needs to be taught discipline. The children began to beat the freckled boy, but he was so exhausted that he did not put up any resistance. After spending some time with the green-haired boy on the ground, they got tired of beating him. Bakugo, TSK. You're not even useful as a punching bag, Deku. Boy 2, hey! He's getting up. He said while grabbing a tree branch. Bakugo, so you want more, huh? Boy 2, take this. He said while throwing the branch he had. The branch, upon getting very close to Izuku, stopped in the air. Bakugo, what the hell? He said while looking at Izuku. Izuku was looking at the ground. When he looked up he saw his eyes shining more intensely in a green color. Bakugo, Deku. While running over to try and hit him. Bakugo, trying to touch him with his fist, realizes that his fist never reached where Izuku was. Bakugo, why the hell am I stopping before hitting you? Damn you! He said angrily. Boy 2, we have to go, Bakugo, those eyes scare me. Bakugo, TSK. You'll pay for this, Deku. He said as he ran away with his group. Izuku fell to the floor panting. Izuku, how exhausting. But that was amazing. He said while lying down on the floor. After spending a good time, Izuku arrived home with the little energy he had left. Inko, Izuku? What are these bruises and why are you covered in dirt? Izuku, I fell in the forest while playing with Kachan and the others. He said as he went to his room. Once Izuku was tired, he lay down all dirty and slept. After a few hours Izuku woke up at dinner time. Izuku, Mom, my eyes are making me too tired. Inko, understanding what Izuku meant, what if you wear those dark glasses over there? She said, pointing at the dark, round glasses. Narrator. Back to the present. Izuku, in his mind, since then it took me a long time to understand what that ability did. It didn't stop, it slowed down the closer they got, that's why I called it infinite, since they would never touch me. Sludge villain, I can't wait to have your quirk. I didn't think he would come to this town, but with your quirk, he won't be a problem anymore. All Might, it's alright now. Young man, I'm here. Sludge villain, All Might. All Might, leaping and arriving at high speed towards where the villain was. TX's smash. Sludge villain, air pressure. No way. His parts flying everywhere, leaving Izuku free. Izuku, All Might. He said, taking off his glasses. All Might, you have a good defensive quirk, young man. Ha ha ha. Sorry for bringing you into my fight with Vil, huh? Young man, are you okay? Seeing how Izuku was grabbing his head. Izuku, in his mind, what the heck? What are these quirks? Energy accumulation, Fajin, danger sensor, D-lever? All Might, young man. He said, scaring Izuku. Izuku, oh. Sorry. It's just a headache. All Might, well, young man. I need your help. Izuku, what could the number one hero need my help with? All Might, he starts laughing with his characteristic laugh. He's just a simple young man. He takes out a bottle. I need your help to get the villain in here. Izuku, eh? Narrator. Izuku, after helping All Might lock the sludge villain in the bottle, resumed his way home. Izuku, in his mind, there are 10 months left for the entrance tests, and I don't have any offensive skills, but well, I'll think of something, he said as he started to run. I will become the strongest. Wait a minute. Where did I leave my backpack? He said to remember that he left it at school. Damn it. Starting to run towards school. 10 years ago. Inko, what if you wear those dark glasses over there? She said, pointing at the dark, round glasses. Izuku, puts on glasses. This works. I feel relieved. Inko, then we solved that problem. Izuku, by the way, I discovered another thing I can do with my quirk, he said, smiling. Inko, and it is? Izuku, throw the water out of that glass at me. Inko, Izuku. Why would I do that? Izuku, just do it. Inko, it's okay. She said, throwing the water at him. The water slowed down. Izuku, see? Present. Izuku, this is my first step. Looking at the entrance to UA, I will become the strongest. Bakugo, get out of my way, Deku. He said, walking past Izuku. Izuku, things never change, eh? He said, following Bakugo. Present. Mike, welcome to my show today. Everybody say hey. Silence. Present. Mike, what a great answer. Then I'll present the explanation for the exam. Are you ready? Yeah. UA School Exam Battle Center B. Izuku, in his mind, after these 10 months of morning and evening training, I'll be the one with the most exam points. What, do I have to immobilize robots? Ha! I have the best quirk for that. Extra 1, it's like a city. Extra 2, UA is great. Extra 3, do you have more like these on school grounds? Present. Mike, alright, let's start. Present. Mike, what's up? There's no countdown in a real fight. After those words from Present Mike, all the participants started running towards City B. The participants began to exterminate the robots. Izuku, there's no point in being here, I'll just go away and find a good place where I can destroy them without having to worry about them stealing my points. He said as he ran away from all the destruction. A 2-point robot appears from an alley, approaching Izuku dangerously. Izuku, this is just what I was waiting for, he said as he prepared to hit the robot. My first 2 points. He exclaimed as he slammed the robot's head into the ground, destroying it. More robots surrounded Izuku. Izuku, are you coming to avenge your fallen brother? It doesn't matter, it's time to use it. He said while putting his 2 hands together. I still have to come up with a name for it. While he moved his fingers in a satisfactory way around the blue sphere he had created. It doesn't matter. Take this. Celeste. He said while the blue sphere grew and trapped all the robots in a circular movement around Izuku. On another battlefield. Bakugo, that would be my 66th point, he said while wiping the sweat off his face. What the hell is that? Seeing how the whole floor was shaking and the 0-point robot appeared from the streets. It's huge. TSK. At some point I'll be able to destroy something like that without problems. As he began to walk away from the place. Extra 1, run idiot, that one doesn't give points. Extra 2, yes. Battlefield B. Izuku, that would be my point number 33, he said, tired. Using light blue and infinite at the same time is too tiring. Extra 3, it's the 0-point robot. Extra 4, what the hell was the UA thinking when they made a robot that big? Izuku, wow. It's big. It doesn't give points, so he said as he started to run in the opposite direction. Uraka, it hurts. Izuku stopped and looked at Uraka amidst all the destruction caused by the 0-point robot. Izuku, zero gravity? It's an interesting quirk. How come she's in the rubble with that quirk? He said while looking at her. Damn. Should I risk saving her? If I save her I'll waste the last seconds to be top 1 in the test. He said while watching how the others destroyed the robots that were in the area. Damn. While running towards Uraka. Ida, 44 points. Extra 5, that girl is about to be crushed. Ida, looking in the direction of 0 points, in his mind, I would save her if this wasn't a test. Well, I'll keep getting points. He stopped talking when he saw Izuku running towards the girl. Uraka, help. She said as she watched Izuku arrive. Izuku, don't worry, I have the best quirk to save you in this situation, he said as the robot was about to crush them but stopped where Izuku was. Extra 2, what the hell? The robot stopped. Ida, that boy. He said as he began to think. Izuku, then I have an excellent idea to make this more epic, he said as he began to make a blue sphere with his 2 hands. Go light blue. The robot shot out along with the blue sphere that Izuku had made. Izuku, in his mind while watching the robot walk away, Celeste is a power where the world itself is forced to correct itself and fill the negative space, causing things to come together in the place of impossible situations and end up generating mutual attraction. In short, I dictate a point and Celeste attracts all matter to the chosen center. Likewise, Celeste is incapable of hurting, he said watching as the 0-point robot walked away unharmed. The best thing that can happen in this situation is that it crashes into rubble and buildings or falls on its back. He said seeing how the robot was attracted by Celeste breaking buildings. Uraka, thank you. She said while trying to get up. Izuku, you're welcome, he said while watching Uraka vomit. Present mic, time is up. Izuku, what bad luck. Okay, good job. Here are some gummies. Extra 4, thank you. Aoyama, that madam is the pillar of the UA, the youthful heroine, recovery girl. Recovery girl, did anyone get hurt? Ida, I see. This exam is made like this. Midoriya house 1 week later. Izuku, it's been 1 week, and the results haven't come in yet. Inko, but with your quirk you surely got the best spot. Izuku, I don't think I got the best place, I wasted too much time on something. Thanks for the food. He said as he went to his room. Izuku, well. I should get some sleep. He said as he lay down. Inko, Izuku, she said while knocking hard on the freckled boy's door. Izuku, what happened? Inko, I'm here. She said, showing the card with the UA logo. UA. Izuku, it's a pretty big door. He said looking at the door of Class 1A. Anyway, it's time to meet my new classmates. While opening the door. Ida, get your feet off the desk. You're disrespecting the UA veterans. Bakugo, no way. What school did you go to, extra? Ida, I went to Same Private Academy. I'm Tenya Ida. Bakugo, Same? I'll enjoy destroying you, deku. He said with a murderous look. Izuku, Kachan. So we're in the same class. He said as he entered the classroom. This makes things easier for me, I can show you who's the strongest. He said as his eyes could be seen through his glasses. Ida, good morning. I'm from Same Private Academy. My name is Tenya Ida. Izuku, nice to meet you. I'm Izuku Midoriya. Ida, Midoriya, you knew there was something else in that practical exam, right? Izuku, you're talking about rescue points? Ida, I misjudged you. I hate to admit it, but you're better than me. Izuku, well, I didn't actually know there were rescue points. Uraka, the one with green hair. Izuku, oh, the zero-gravity girl. Uraka, now that I think about it, how do you know my quirk? Izuku, well, it's just that Aizawa, go somewhere else and play at being friends. This is hero class. He said as he came out of his bag. Well, it took you 8 seconds to shut up. Izuku, in his mind, a teacher? With an erasure quirk? Aizawa, I'm your tutor Aizawa Shota, nice to meet you. It's sudden, but put this on and go out to the courtyard. UA patio. A quirk assessment? Uraka, what about the ceremony? What about the presentation? Aizawa, if they're going to be heroes, they don't have time for that stuff. Bakugo, you're first in the practical exam, aren't you? Bakugo, ha. That's right. Aizawa, what was your best pitching record in softball in high school? Bakugo, 67 meters. Aizawa, then try it with your quirk. Do whatever you want without leaving the circle. Bakugo, then. Die. Aizawa, know your limit first while showing that Bakugo reached 705.2 m. Kaminari, 705 meters? Really? Mina, what is this? It looks fun. Sero, we can use the quirk at will. It'll be fun. Aizawa, fun? Very well. Whoever comes in last in all 8 tests will be considered talentless and will be expelled. That? Aizawa, welcome to the UA Hero course. Test 1, 50-meter race. Izuku, so with Bakugo. To your posts. Ready. Bakugo, explosive speed. 4.13 seconds. Izuku, well, I didn't have any practical way to use my quirk in this test yet. 6.65 seconds. Test 2, clamping force. Izuku, 56.0 kilograms. Sero, incredible. 540 kilos? Are you a gorilla? Test 3, long jump. Izuku, isn't there a test where I can use my quirk perfectly? Test 4, side steps. Izuku. Test 5, ball throw. Infinite? Kaminari, that's amazing. He got infinity. Izuku, this is going badly. There is no test in which I have any outstanding ability over the rest. There are the long distance, sit-ups and stretching left. It's now or never. He said while looking at the ball. Damn, if only I had something opposite to light blue. I need a repulsive force and not an attractive one. Aizawa, what's wrong? Throw the ball already. Izuku, that doesn't matter now. He said while throwing the ball I have to do it with the only thing I have making a blue sphere Celeste. By throwing Celeste, the sphere moved the ball as much as it could. Aizawa, not bad. Showing that he had gotten 810 m. Izuku, I could have done better, but I don't have good control over my attraction energy yet. A few tests later. Aizawa, okay, I'll tell you the results. The total is the scores of each test. It's a waste of time if I try to explain it, so here you have it. He said showing the results. Mineta, I'm not the last one. Aizawa, by the way, I lied about being expelled. It was a trick to bring out the potential of his quirks. That? Yeah, Yorozu, of course it was a lie. It was obvious if you thought about it a little. I didn't know that. Sero, it was a tense moment, right? Aizawa, we're done. You have the program and schedule in class, when you come back look at them. Izuku, well, and I finished last. Uraka, it's a good thing that the expulsion thing was a lie. Don't you think? Izuku, yes. At the exit of the UA. Izuku, it was a tiring day, I'm still here only because the teacher took pity on me. Ida, Professor Aizawa impressed me, I even thought he was the best of the best, I didn't think a teacher would lie to us. He said while crossing his shoulders. Uraka, hey! You too. Are you going to the station? Ida, you're the Infinity Girl. Uraka, I'm Ochako Uraka. You're Tenya Ida, and you're Deku Midoriya, right? Izuku, I'm not Deku, my real name is Izuku, but Kachan calls me Deku to make fun of me. It's a nickname he's used since we were kids. Ida, so that was it. Uraka, sorry. But Deku sounds like the Japanese expression you can do it. I like it. Izuku, well, I like that meaning better. The next day. All Might, I walked through the door like a normal person. Kaminari, it's All Might. Kirishima, he really is a teacher. All Might, we'll get started now. Today we'll be doing combat training. Bakugo, combat training. He said with a smile. All Might, and along with that, there's this. He said while pressing a button outfits made according to their quirk, and their requests when they started at school. Wow. All Might, when you change, go to ground beta. Ground beta. All Might, they say the suit makes them men, young ones. Know that you're heroes from now on. You all look fantastic. Uraka, deku? It suits you. Can you see with that fabric in your eyes? Izuku, yes, I can see. Uraka, I should have written what I wanted. Mine ended up being too tight. How embarrassing. Mineta, the hero course is the best. All Might, and now, shall we begin? Training building. Uraka, it's fate. I'm counting on you. Room with the bomb. Ida, even though it's training, I don't like being a villain. Should we protect this? It's paper mache. Bakugo, defend the bomb, I'll kill them. Random hallway in the building. Uraka, we infiltrated. Izuku, there are too many blind spots, be careful. He said as he walked without concern. Uraka, how can you be so calm? Izuku, well, it's just that they can't beat me. He said while smiling. Bakugo surprisingly appears trying to do a surprise attack. Bakugo, die. Making an explosion. Izuku, it seems you haven't learned, your explosions aren't able to surpass my infinity. He said as the explosion slowed down. Bakugo, TSK. Damn it. Starting to make explosions like crazy. Izuku, that won't work, idiot. He said as all the explosions stopped moving as they reached him. Uraka, deku. She said worried. Izuku, deku? Never mind. Uraka, find the bomb. He said while punching Bakugo in the stomach. Bakugo, TSK. He said after spitting saliva, you'll pay for this, deku. He said to back away. Uraka, are you sure? Izuku, of course, no matter what he does, he is unable to hit me. He said smiling. Uraka, it's okay. She said as she started running towards a hallway. Bakugo, now that idiot is gone, do you remember my work, deku? Points at him with his gauntlet. It lets me secrete nitroglycerin from the sweat glands in the palms of my hands and make it explode, then these gloves can store it, he said while taking out the safety hook. Deku. All Might, young Bakugo. Stop. Are you trying to kill him? Bakugo, his quirk is impenetrable anyway, right? It's the last thing I can do to harm him. He said as a huge explosion occurred. Izuku, that was an incredible explosion. Your suit gives you an incredible increase in destructive power. He said while the gigantic explosion only left an orb surrounding Izuku, which began to disappear, but infinity is impenetrable. Bakugo, damn you. I'll destroy the whole building with you. He said while pointing his gauntlet again. All Might, young Bakugo. If you use that gauntlet again, I'll have to stop the test. He said while tightly grabbing the communicator. It's a stupid plan for both heroes and villains. Bakugo, shut up, All Might. Damn it. He said stopping aiming. Izuku, okay. I think it's my turn. He said, letting his eyes shine. Room with the bomb. Ida, Bakugo. Answer me. Were you the one who did that? Uraka, this is my chance. She said running towards the bomb. I just need to touch the bomb, she said using her zero gravity on it. Ida, I won't leave you, hero. Moving the bomb with his incredible speed, I'll keep the bomb away until time runs out. A few floors below. Izuku, keep up the pace, Kachan. He said while he kept hitting him in the face. Bakugo, deku. While trying to hit him, receiving a blow from Izuku. Izuku, idiot. You can't beat me. While continuing to hit him. This is starting to get boring. All Might, 10 seconds left. Izuku, what? Damn it. Bomb room. Uraka, I'm starting to think you'd make a good villain. Ida, it's late for you heroes. I am incredibly evil. All Might, 7 seconds. Uraka, I will. She said using zero gravity on her and jumping towards the bomb. Ida, are you trying that again, hero? It won't work. He said, moving the bomb away. All Might, 3 seconds. Uraka, I failed. She said as she started to feel nauseous. All Might, 1 second. Ida, we won. All Might, the villain team, has won. Departure from the UA. Izuku, what bad luck, he said while walking to the station. Bakugo, deku. Izuku, Kachan? Bakugo, today I lost to you. That's all. Izuku, don't get down about it, there was no way you were going to beat me, you fool. Bakugo, when I saw that ice girl, I thought, I can't beat her. Izuku, ice girl being interrupted by Bakugo. Bakugo, damn it. I've just accepted what that girl said. Is it reckless to launch such an attack indoors? Izuku, well. Yeah, it was pretty stupid. Bakugo, damn it. Damn it. Damn it. You too, Deku. I've just started. Here I'll become number one. While tears were falling, you won't beat me again, you bastard. He said, resuming his path. From the window overlooking the exit of the UA. Mina, what was that? Uraka, a fated fight between men. Tsuyu, Midoriya seemed to agree with Bakugo. Uraka, a predestined fight between men. Repeating the same thing but with a darker face. Normal school day. Aizawa, today you will have to choose a class representative. It's a normal school activity. Kirishima, I want to be the class representative. Choose me. Kaminari, me too. Raising his hand. Jiro, I want to be one too. He said, raising his hand. Aoyama, it's a job done. Mina, I'll be the leader. Bakugo, I will be. He said angrily. Ida, silence please. The job of leader is one of great responsibility. It is not a job for just anyone who wants to do it. It is a calling that requires the trust of everyone around you, he said as his glasses shined. If we are to use democracy to decide a true leader, we should hold elections to decide on one. Your hand is way up. Kaminari, why do you suggest that? Tsuyu, we haven't known each other for long. How can we trust anyone? Kirishima, if that's the case, then everyone will vote for themselves. Ida, that's why he received so many votes, he can be considered a capable person. What do you think, teacher? Aizawa, I don't care, as long as they decide before class ends. He said, lying down with his bag. Ida, thank you very much. A few minutes later. Election results. Midoriya Izuku, 3 votes. Yaoyorozu Momo, 2 votes. Bakugo, why Deku? Who was the useless one who voted for him? Sero, well, it's better than voting for you. Uraka, in her mind, I'd be afraid that Bakugo would notice. While looking away. Ida, 0 votes. Yaoyorozu, you voted for someone else, huh? Aizawa, so the class representative is Midoriya, and he will be accompanied by Yaoyorozu. Yaoyorozu, what an annoyance. Tsuyu, it doesn't seem bad. Kirishima, after all, Midoriya can be quite the sweetheart. That's a man. Lunchtime. Uraka, there are a lot of people today too. Ida, that's because here we have all the hero courses, support course, and the organization course. Izuku, I was chosen as class representative, but I don't like that position. I don't get along very well with the others in the class. He said while eating rice. Uraka, don't worry, you are an example to follow. Ida, do you know the turbo hero, Ingenium? Izuku, not really. Ida, he's my older brother. Uraka, that's amazing. Ida, I have a goal to be like him someday. Ida, an alarm? There is a level 3 security breach. All students please vacate the premises immediately. I repeat. Ida, what is a level 3 security breach? Extra 1, someone infiltrated the school grounds. I've never seen anything like that in the 3 years I've been here. You should hurry up too. He said as he started to run. Izuku, what is all this mess? He said, being pushed by an avalanche of students. Uraka, what's wrong? She said, being pushed too. Ida, as expected from UA. Everyone reacts quickly to a crisis. Izuku, it's a bit annoying. Ah. He said, being pushed and carried by another avalanche of students. Uraka, Deku. Ida, Midoriya. Who the hell broke through UA's barriers? Looking out the window, those are the press. Entrance of the UA. Press, let All Might out. He's here, isn't he? Present Mike, we told you, he's not here. Reporter, if you just give us a short comment, we'll leave. Aizawa, if you give them a comment they'll want another one and it'll go on like that. You guys are like that. Present Mike, speaks into Aizawa's ear, they are crossing illegally, we could call them villains. Aizawa, don't do it Mike, they'll write a lot of bad things about you. In the chaos of UA. Ida, I was wondering what it was, but it's just the media. Everyone calm down. Being pushed by more students. Don't push. Someone fell. Ida, Uraka. Make me float, Uraka. Being touched by Uraka and starting to fly, engine boost. He said, starting to fly towards the door. Izuku, watching from afar and being pushed by the students, so that's his quirk engine. I was able to see it in the tests. However, what does engine boost mean? Does he have more uses to give to his quirk? How interesting. Ah. He said while they continued to push him. Ida, it's alright. It's just the media. Don't panic. Class 1A. Yeah, Yorozu, come on class rep, let's get started. Izuku, how's everyone? You know, being the representative isn't really my thing. I'll leave my role to Ida Tenya. Ida, what? Kirishima, I think it's a good choice too, but are you just going to leave your role like that? Izuku, yeah, it's not like it's anything really important. As he sat down in his chair. Ida, if the class representative nominated me, then from this day forward, I, Ida Tenya, promise to do my best to fulfill the duties of a class representative. Kirishima, we are counting on you. Another day of school. Aizawa, for today's daily training, it will become a class with 3 instructors, All Might, me, and 1 other person. Sero, excuse me. What are we going to do? UA departure. Uraka, Deku? Why don't you have the cloth covering your eyes on your suit? Izuku, well, I'll wear glasses today. Uraka, it's great, isn't it? The USJ rescue training. Ida, Class 1A. Form 2 lines of students so that boarding the bus goes more smoothly. On the bus. Ida, I didn't think it was this kind of bus. He said sadly. Mina, it doesn't matter, right? Tsuyu, I speak my mind. Midoriya. Izuku, what's up, Asui? Tsuyu, call me Tsuyu. Izuku, okay, what's wrong, Tsuyu? Tsuyu, what's your quirk? Why do you always cover your eyes? Izuku, well, my quirk is confusing to explain, but you could say that I can manipulate my surroundings on an atomic level. Kirishima, that sounds great. Tsuyu, it sounds very powerful. Izuku, also, I cover my eyes for this reason, he said while taking off his glasses. My eyes can see people who have a quirk, therefore I can see through walls to these people. Also, I can understand how their quirk works just by looking at it. And the name of their quirk. Tsuyu, those are very bright eyes. Kirishima, it's a pretty cool quirk. You can do a lot of cool stuff. My hardening is strong against others, but unfortunately it doesn't look that cool. Aoyama, my naval laser is flashy and powerful, everything a professional needs. Kirishima, well, if we talk about strength and flashiness, we think of Todoroki and Bakugo, right? He said looking at the ashen-haired and the bicolor. Bakugo, TSK. Tsuyu, Bakugo gets angry easily so he doesn't seem to be popular. Bakugo, what are you saying, bitch? You want to fight? Tsuyu, what? Izuku, ha ha ha. You're not wrong, Tsuyu. Bakugo, Deku. USJ. 13, I've been waiting for you all. Uraka, oh, I love 13. 13, let's go to the USJ. Glad to work with you. After a long explanation from 13 about quirks. Aizawa, where is All Might? 13, he served as a hero before coming, so he ran out of time whispering to Aizawa. Aizawa, well, first he said to see how a portal opened in the center of USJ. Kirishima, great, they even have villains. He said, seeing how many villains came out of that portal. Aizawa, those are real villains. 13 is protecting the students. Kurogiri 13 an Eraserhead. Huh? He said watching as Eraser put on his glasses and went to fight the villains. Shigaraki, where's All Might? He said while scratching his neck. I wonder if he'll come if we kill some kids. Kurogiri, Shigaraki. That's it. He said looking at Izuku. Shigaraki, it's him. The boy with the quirk that the master wants. Kurogiri, and to think that the doctor would find such a valuable quirk in an average 4-year-old boy. Shigaraki, we have to capture him. I don't know what that quirk has, but it seems to be valuable to the master. Kurogiri. Kurogiri, yes. He said disappearing. I won't leave you. He said appearing at the exit of the USJ. Aizawa, damn. I just blinked once and the guy I saw as the most dangerous walked away. Kurogiri, nice to meet you. We are the League of Villains. We came to the home of heroes, UA High School, to make All Might, the symbol of peace, take his last breath, and also kidnap Izuku Midoriya. After those words, everyone present was motionless and surprised. The only one who could react upon hearing what the villain mentioned was Izuku. "Izuku, Celeste," he said, moving the villain from the exit with the force of attraction. "Run, Ida. Ida, I'll be back with help," he said as he started to run. "Kurogiri, damn you. I will torture you to death," he said, surrounding everyone in his mist. And so they were all separated. "Izuku, water?" he said as he fell and sank with his Corp gate. "He could teleport us all. I'm an idiot, I couldn't avoid that," he said while swimming. "Also kidnap me? Why?" "Villain, I have nothing against you but, die. Tsuyu, Midoriya," he said, hitting the villain and grabbing Midoriya with his tongue. "Izuku, thanks, Tsuyu." Seeing how Tsuyu's tongue left him on the boat. "Your quirk frog is incredible underwater, it's weird that they teleported you here. Mineta, plus they want to kill All Might. It's not like they can do that anyway." "Tsuyu, Mineta, don't you think they're trying hard because they know a way to kill him?" "Mineta, what's that?" Seeing the villains going to the ship. "There are a lot of them." Landslide zone. The villains were frozen by a girl. "Todoroki, it's pathetic to lose to a mere girl. Behave yourselves. You're adults, right?" Collapse area. "Bakugo, die," he said, exploding at a villain. "Tsk. It's not enough." In the area of the shipwreck. "Mineta, you're contradicting yourself, Midoriya. The best plan is to sit back and wait for the UA heroes to come and save them." "Izuku, well, really if we don't do something you're going to die." Throwing his glasses. "Of course only you, it's impossible for you to kill me," he said, jumping off the boat. "Villain, ha. What an idiot. He's a boy after all." Izuku, Celeste. Gathering all the villains in one point thanks to the blue sphere. "Villain, what the hell?" "Izuku, Mineta," he said while being grabbed by Tsuyu's tongue. "Mineta, take this and this," he said as he began to throw his balls into the sea. "Tsuyu, we reached land," she said, still in the water. "In this place we can see how things are going," she said, in the water with the three boys. The students looked at the battlefield, and thus saw their teacher being held by a muscular bird-like villain. "Izuku, Professor Aizawa. Shigaraki, you can remove quirks. It's wonderful, but not impressive." While the villain with the appearance of a muscular bird broke the arm of the 1A teacher faced with such overwhelming force. "You're like someone without a quirk," he said mockingly. "Nomu. Break his other arm." Crack. "Aizawa, ah. Izuku, Professor Aizawa," he said from a distance, watching the situation with his classmates. Aizawa, in his mind, "I'm sure I erased his quirk. That means he's that strong," he said as the Nomu broke the ground with his head. "He's as strong as All Might." "Mineta, Midoriya, I can't take it anymore," he said with fear. "I'm sure you have ulterior motives, right?" Kurogiri appears next to Shigaraki. "Shigaraki Tomura. Shigaraki, Kurogiri, did you kill 13? Kurogiri, I knocked out 13, but there are students I couldn't disperse and one was able to escape." Shigaraki, he said while scratching his neck. "Kurogiri. You," he said in an angry tone while scratching himself harder. "If you weren't a teleportation gate I would tear you to pieces." Stopping scratching. "We won't be able to win against a dozen professionals," he said more calmly. "It's game over. Let's go home." Mineta, huh? Are you leaving? Did you say you were leaving? Tsuyu, that's what I heard. Mineta, great. We're saved, he said while hugging Tsuyu tightly. Tsuyu, sinking Mineta in the water. "I have a bad feeling about this, Midoriya." Izuku, yes, it's strange. Are they going to retreat after doing all this? He said, looking at the villains. "Also that villain called Nomu. He said to stay silent." Tsuyu, what's wrong? Izuku, he has two quirks. Shock absorption and super regeneration. He said without his glasses. Shigaraki, oh, yeah. Before we go, let's beat up some of the prides of the symbol of peace. He said as he ran at high speed towards Tsuyu. Izuku, damn it. Seeing how Shigaraki's hand gets dangerously close to Tsuyu's face. Izuku could see everything in slow motion. It was so unexpected for him that he couldn't move. Thanks to his eyes he knew that Shigaraki's quirk deterioration was going to be lethal if he touched Tsuyu's face. However, he couldn't move. Shigaraki, touching Tsuyu's face. DCH. Turning to see Aizawa. You really are great, Eraserhead. Seeing how Aizawa looked at him with his quirk-activated Nomu. After saying these words, the Nomu grabbed Aizawa's face and broke the ground with it again. Izuku, upon witnessing what happened, was able to come to his senses and jump towards Shigaraki. "Izuku, get your hand off his face," he said, trying to kick him in the air. "What?" Seeing how a portal opened through Kurogiri, the Nomu came out receiving the kick. "Shigaraki, you move well. But it's game over for you." "Nomu." "Izuku, idiot," he said, watching as the Nomu prepared to hit him. "Don't you know how mic work works?" he said confidently to Shigaraki. "Mic work allows me to use an ability that I call infinite. Anything that tries to touch me slows down." He was silenced when he received a blow from the Nomu that sent him flying. "Puig." "Midoriya." Mineta and Tsuyu said in unison. "Shigaraki, now you die," he said, running to touch Mineta and Tsuyu. Izuku, in his mind, how is it possible? Do any of his quirks allow him to surpass infinity? That's not possible. He only has 2 quirks, and neither of them work that way. He thought, confused. "Mineta, help." About to be touched by Shigaraki. The USJ entrance gate is destroyed, drawing Shigaraki's attention, so he stopped his assassination attempt. "All Might, everything is fine now," he said, walking. "Why? Angry because I'm here." "Shigaraki, so we gotta continue," he said happily. "Tsuyu, Midoriya. Are you okay?" he said, seeing his new friend pressed against a wall. "Izuku, I'm not. I probably have a fractured rib and collarbone," he said in pain. "That thing has incredible strength, and it doesn't have a super strength quirk." Mineta, looking at All Might, he's not smiling. "Shigaraki, I've been waiting for you, hero. You scum of society. Villain, if we kill him, we could being hit by All Might at an incredible speed." "Villain too, damn," he said as he watched All Might defeat them without difficulty. Being hit by All Might. All Might, arriving where Aizawa is. "I'm sorry, Aizawa," he said while looking at the students, and in the blink of an eye he moved them from place to place. "Everyone go to the entrance, I leave Aizawa in charge." He saw Midoriya in his mind. What the hell? How is this boy with that quirk hurt? "Shigaraki, this isn't going well. This isn't going well. He hit me while I was saving them. He's fast, as expected. I can't follow him with my eyes." "Mineta, let's go," he said, being followed by the others. "All Might, Carolina. Smash," he said, hitting the Nomu with his 2 hands with a null effect on it. "It has no effect, huh?" he said, hitting the Nomu in his face. "It doesn't even work on his face?" "Shigaraki, it doesn't work because of impact absorption," he said, watching as All Might hit Nomu. "In order to damage Nomu, it would be more effective to skin his flesh." "All Might, thank you for telling me that," he said, grabbing the Nomu from behind. "If that's true, then it's easy for me." Taking the Nomu back, raising a great wind. "Shigaraki, hey. All Might, is that so then?" he said, seeing how the Nomu had half of his body in a portal and the other portal came out from under him, sticking his fingers in it. "Shigaraki, you won't be able to stop him like this. Nomu has a power comparable to yours." All Might, in his mind, that's my weak point. Trying to get the Nomu to let him go. So much power. To Kurogiri, this is your first offense? You better get ready. Shigaraki, Kurogiri. "Kurogiri, I don't want blood and guts falling inside me. But I'll be happy to welcome someone like you," he said as the Nomu and All Might were sunk into the portal. "When your body is halfway there, I'll close the door." Izuku, in his mind, I can't let him die. Seeing the others, there's no one really strong who can save him right now. Just me. Seeing that he was going down even further, but how will I get there in time? My quirk allows me to modify space at an atomic level. I should be able to teleport. Shigaraki, it's your end, symbol of peace. Izuku, in his mind, I have to try. After concentrating, Izuku appeared next to All Might in full view of everyone. Izuku, in his mind, I got it on the first try. Normal for a prodigy. To everyone, hello. Shigaraki, what the hell? Kurogiri. Izuku, in his mind, I have 2 variants of Celeste. The first variant and the weakest is to simply choose the point where I want them to go, and when using it they will be attracted to that point. Then I have the improved version, which allows Celeste to move freely with an energy of attraction that practically attracts everything it takes in its path while it continues moving. It is harmless, but you can be damaged by the other things that are attracted. I will call this form Maximum Celeste. Kurogiri, you're an idiot. Opening a portal in front of Izuku. Izuku, Maxima. Celeste. He stopped when he saw Bakugo. Bakugo, move, you're in my way, nerd. He said, exploding at Kurogiri. I have you cursed. He said, grabbing the visible and physical part of Kurogiri. An ice materialized that froze the Nomu, made by the daughter of the number 2 hero, Endeavor. All Might, is he frozen? Endeavor's daughter? Shuka Todoroki? Todoroki, all I heard is that you are here to kill All Might. All Might, he controlled it so that the ice stops before it reaches me. Thanks to that, his grip was released. He said, freeing himself from the Nomu's grip. Kirishima, trying to hit Shigaraki, but he dodges it. Damn. They didn't leave anything for me. Bakugo, stop being so cocky, you good-for-nothing fogey. Todoroki, the symbol of peace cannot be killed by people like you. Izuku, damn. They stole my glory. Shigaraki, aside from capturing them, they weren't even hurt. The kids now are amazing, Nomu. He said so that the Nomu would break his limbs with the ice. Todoroki, even when his body is destroyed, he still moves? She said, surprised. All Might, what? Seeing how he regenerated isn't his quirk shock absorption? Izuku, he also has super regeneration. Shigaraki, I don't know how you know this kid, but you're right. Nomu modified himself to withstand 100% of All Might's power. He's a super efficient human sandbag. He said, looking at Nomu. Nomu, take back our portal. All Might, he's fast. Seeing how he approached Bakugo, damn. I have no choice, I'll have to act as a human shield so that young Bakugo doesn't get killed. Izuku, Maxima. Celeste. Saying those words, everyone looked at Izuku in amazement, and they managed to see how the giant blue sphere took the Nomu away. Shigaraki, what the hell? Damn you. All Might, Texas Smash. He said, appearing in front of Shigaraki. Shigaraki, damn it. Shigaraki would have been defeated in one hit, if not for the appearance of Nomu absorbing the impact. All Might, so you appear again. Shigaraki, Nomu kills the green-haired boy and rescues Kurogiri. The Nomu went at full speed towards Izuku, trying to hit him with all his might, but Izuku teleported to dodge it. Izuku, where the hell did I teleport to? Seeing as it was raining and nighttime, I thought I had mastered it. So it was just a stroke of luck, huh? Villain, hey! There's a boy there. Villain 2, it's a shame we have to kill such a small boy. He can't be more than 1.70. He said mockingly, it's a shame but you'll have to die. He said, taking out a knife trying to stab him. What? Izuku, infinite. You'll be slower the closer you are to me, he said while hitting the villain in the nose, breaking it. Villain, damn you. Taking out a gun and starting to shoot. Izuku, it seems that nobody understands. It's useless. He said, kicking the villain in the crotch, knocking him out. How painful. Remembering that he had fractures in his body, maybe the adrenaline made them not hurt as much. Tokoyami, Midoriya. He said, approaching, so you're here too. Kota, you are very hurt. He said timidly. Izuku, looking at the boys in his mind, Dark Shadow and Animal Voice are quite useful quirks, but in a situation like the one we are in, only Dark Shadow will help us. Tokoyami, Midoriya? Izuku, oh, sorry. I'm glad you're okay. Izuku told them everything that had happened. Tokoyami, so All Might needs help. We have to go. Izuku, it would be great to be able to go, but, seeing the villains surrounding them, we can't go at the moment. Tokoyami, Dark Shadow. Izuku, Celeste. Attracting all the villains to a single point. Tokoyami. Dark Shadow, take this. He said, starting to hit them like crazy. Izuku, the night that USJ simulates makes him more powerful, just as the information from my eyes told me. Tokoyami, let's go with All Might. Kota, some pigeons are telling me where to go, follow me. He said, starting to run. Random villain, not so fast, being hit by Dark Shadow. Izuku, there are a lot of these weaklings. Tokoyami, it's normal, after all, it's a villain invasion. Kota, we're here. Watching the three from afar. All Might, if your quirk isn't impact nullification, but absorption, then there's a limit, right? He said as they hit each other with incredible power. Do you want to fight? If you can resist me at 100%, then I'll force you to surrender by surpassing you. Shigaraki, damn it. All Might, a hero. Must overcome problematic situations, he said while continuing to hit him and throw him into the air. Hey, villain. Have you ever heard these words? Go further. Plus ultra. Delivering a blow that produced an earthquake throughout the place with an incredibly powerful wind. Tokoyami, that thing that flew. Was it the villain? Izuku, yes. Kirishima, is this a comic? It's like he's cancelled the absorption, his raw strength is insane. Amazed. Bakugo, I hit him so fast that he couldn't regenerate. Todoroki, so this is the best. Bakugo, is this the world of professionals? All Might, I really became very weak. In my best form, 5 hits would have been enough. He said weakened, but I gave him more than 300. In his mind, and now I ran out of time. While smoke began to come out of him. Now villains. I'm sure. We want to finish this as quickly as possible. Shigaraki, did he cheat? Kurogiri, I see that he's weakened by the damage from the Nomu's attacks. Also, the boys seem frozen in fear. We still have subordinates to use seeing the villains, and there are only a few minutes left until reinforcements arrive. If you and I work together, we have a chance of killing him. Shigaraki, yes. It's okay, we have no choice but to do it. Bakugo, villains. He said while giving one an explosion. Kirishima, All Might will do something against the villains. Let's help the others. All Might, you're coming, huh? Seeing Shigaraki approaching. Shigaraki, it's revenge for Nomu. All Might, holy shit, demons. Shigaraki, die, All Might. He said, bringing his hand closer to him. What? He said when he saw Izuku appear in front of him. Izuku, I still don't understand how to appear with a position that favors attacking, however, the location is more than enough. Shigaraki, I can't touch you. He said, frustrated. Izuku, of course not, he said, hitting him in the face. Shigaraki, recomposing himself, I'll kill you. He said, trying to touch him again. Izuku, are you an idiot? He said while kneeing him. In his mind, I don't really know any martial arts, but with infinity, the only thing that matters to me is the power and strength of my blows. In these 10 months before entering the UA I trained my body. Shigaraki, now I understand why the master wanted your quirk. Izuku, the teacher? Ida, the representative of Class 1A has returned. With the reinforcements. Shigaraki, TSK. Kurogiri, let's escape. Kurogiri, opens a portal. Shigaraki, Izuku Midoriya. Next time we meet, I'll kill you. Entering the portal. Izuku, well. It's not like I care that much. Notices he's floating. I can float? Great. After the pitched battle between the heroes who arrived and the villains, and All Might being covered by Cementos so that they would not discover his secret, we find ourselves at the exit of the USJ. Nemasa, 16, 17, 18, 19. The others, ignoring the one with fractures, seem unharmed, seeing the entire Class 1A. UA nursing. Recovery girl, Beso. Izuku, I feel tired. Well, it's normal. Recovery girl, you're lucky you don't get fractures often, otherwise I'd have to do surgery on you. By the way, how did you just appear out of nowhere? Izuku, I discovered that I can float and teleport. UA faculty meeting. Tsukuchi, the police have investigated the group called the League of Villains, and there doesn't seem to be anyone registered as Shigaraki in their 20s and 30s with a quirk that allows him to disintegrate whatever he touches. It's the same case for the villain called Kurogiri with his quirk Warp Gate. It's likely that they are not citizens and are using fake names. Vlad King, it means that we don't know anything, he said with his arms crossed. Nezu, what's wrong, All Might? Seeing his concern. All Might, it's nothing. He said looking at the floor, it's just that the Nomu had more than one quirk. Tsukuchi, there were 72 villains arrested the other day at the USJ, all of them were little rookies lurking in the alleys, but the problem is the way they all agreed with the. In the current environment saturated with heroes, villains who have been oppressed may join those kinds of naive evil. Vlad King, it's true. Snipe, there are a lot of people who don't know what to do with their quirks. Tsukuchi, well, it is thanks to you heroes that we are able to pursue our investigation. He said while reading his documents, we will expand our search network and continue to assist in the arrest of the perpetrators. Nezu, then, the school will be temporarily closed, everyone can return to their activities. Present Mike, wait a moment Director. He said with a grim look, we still don't clarify something, how did the villains know we would be in USJ? He said looking at the Director, there is clearly a traitor among us. Nezu, that's right, I was going to keep it a secret, but the chances of a traitor are extremely high. For that reason, we are going to make dormitories for the students. Aizawa, what will happen to the sports festival? Nezu, we can't cancel it, we're the most recognized school nationwide. If we refuse to do so, it would be a defeat against the villains. Days after Class 1A. Hagakure, did you see the news last night? Ojiro, yes. Hagakure, Did you see how everyone in class was on screen for a second? I never excel at anything. Oh Jiro, it's hard to stand out with that quirk, huh? Kaminari, but, all the channels made a big deal out of it. Kirishima, I was surprised. Kyoka, can you blame them? Sero, who knows what would have happened if the teachers hadn't arrived at that moment. Mineta, don't say that, Sero. I'm scared of why. Bakugo, shut up. Silence, scum. He said, scaring Mineta. Ida, guys. Morning classes are about to start. Stop talking and take your seats. Kirishima, we're all in our seats now. Kaminari, you're the only one who isn't. Ida, damn it. He said, sitting down frustrated. Wait a minute. Where's Midoriya? He said to see how the classroom door opened. Izuku, hello. He said with his uniform all dirty. Ida, Midoriya. He said, running towards him. What are you doing with the dirty uniform? Izuku, I've been training my quirk. He said while smiling. Ida, you do know that using quirks without a license is illegal, right? He said while shaking him from side to side. A few hours ago. Izuku, at that moment, remembering when he couldn't react when Shigaraki was about to disintegrate Tsuyu's face. Damn, he said as he left his room. Inko, where are you going? Izuku, let's walk for a while. He said as he closed the door of the house and went to an alley. I have to find a better way to use my quirk. He said as he looked at his hand. After hours of practice, Izuku was able to better understand the capabilities of his Celeste attack and was able to apply it better in different situations. Izuku, Celeste. He said, making the blue sphere appear at his point. This way. He said while a garbage bag was attracted to Sealer. I can attract around my target as more things were attracted to the previously attracted garbage bag. More things. He said while the garbage bag was surrounded by more garbage bags, making a sphere with them. Great. He said while the bags fell to the floor. This way I will be able to lock up my enemies. Well, I should go home to prepare for UA. He said to look towards the exit of the alley, but, a memory flooded his mind in the ball throwing test. I would have liked to have a repulsion attack and not an attraction attack. Class 1A. Ida, you do know that using quirks without a license is illegal, right? He said while shaking him from side to side. Izuku, yeah, but I couldn't just sit back and do nothing. Those villains who invaded USJ gave me trouble. Aizawa, good morning. All bandaged. Kaminari, he's too professional. He said as Izuku and Ida sat down in their respective seats. Ida, Professor. Is that okay now? Uraka, can you really call that good? Aizawa, my well-being doesn't matter. More importantly, the fight isn't over yet. Bakugo, fight? Izuku, villains again? Aizawa, seriously, the sports festival is approaching. That's a supernormal school event. End of class. Uraka, what's going on? Seeing all the people gathered watching Class 1A. Ida, what business do you have with Class 1A? Mineta, we can't get out. Why did you come here? Bakugo, walking towards the door. TSK. They came to see us, idiot. Mineta, what? He said, scared for Bakugo. Bakugo, we are the ones who managed to escape the villain's attack. Izuku, how strange. You're calm. Bakugo, TSK, they probably want to check us out before the sports festival. Get out of my way, extras. Ida, stop calling people extras just because you don't know them. Shinso, I came to see what the famous Class 1A was like, but you seem quite arrogant. Are all students like that? Bakugo, huh? Threatening. Shinso, seeing something like this makes me feel disappointed. Sports Festival. Present Mike, the UA Sports Festival. The grand battle where rookie heroes sharpen their swords once a year. Anyway, these are the kids, right? The miraculous new stars who overcome enemy attacks with their hearts of steel. Hero course, Class 1A, right? As Class 1A walk towards the center, they haven't been able to buy any more time, but this class is also full of talent. Class 1B. He said as Class 1B walked in as well. Next up, General Studies classes C, D, and E. Support course, classes F, G, and H are here too. And Business course, classes I, J, and K. All of UA's first years are here now. Midnight, time for player prayers. Kirishima, what are you wearing, Professor Midnight? Kaminari, she's an R-rated heroine for you. Tokoyami, is it okay for her to be in a high school even though it's R-rated? Mineta, yes. Midnight, quiet, everyone. Representing the students, Katsuki Bakugo of Class 1A. She said as Bakugo began to walk towards the stage. Bakugo, I promise I'll be number one. What the hell? Stop fooling around. Don't be so self-centered, Class A. Damn. There were screams from the students that could be heard. Ida, why are you doing something so embarrassing? Bakugo, at least stand out in something so you can tell me something. Showing thumbs down. Tetsu, how overconfident can you be? I'm going to crush you. Midnight, now, let's get started right away. The first game is what's called a qualifying match. Now, this is the fateful first game. This year, it's an obstacle course. Midnight, start. All the students started running, trying to get to the top first, but there was only one student, just one who wasn't moving, and he was Izuku. Izuku, hey, this is the perfect test to show off a little. He said to appear at the finish line. That? How is that, boy? Incredible. Present Mike, what a speed. Midnight, the first to arrive is Midoriya Izuku. He said as applause and screams were heard. Bakugo, damn. Deku. He said as he started going at full speed with his explosions. Todoroki, TSK. I was trying to prove to the old man that I could win in the first place without using my power. But, now I'll have to beat Midoriya. She said angrily. Shinso, a blessed one with a good quirk. Ida, damn. I'm falling behind. Izuku, yes. This is what I deserved. He said while celebrating I am the strongest. Izuku fell silent as he saw a thin man with yellow hair in the audience. A completely worn-out man with a weak and fragile appearance. Izuku, in his mind, what the hell? That guy has the same quirks as All Might. He said, surprised he has more than one quirk. How is that possible? He said while looking at him with his eyes wide open. All Might, young Izuku, is looking at me. He said, surprised. Did he notice my current state? Izuku, in his mind, did All Might pass him all his quirks with that transfer quirk? No, that's impossible. According to the information that my eyes capture, to transfer his quirk or his quirks the individual's body has to be trained to be a good vessel. He said without understanding what was happening, that guy's body is not suitable for All Might to pass his quirks to. I don't understand. Who the hell is that guy? He said while getting more and more confused. There is information in the transfer quirk that I was never interested in reading, but what the hell is this? When transferring the quirk, the individual's consciousness will remain in it. Even dead, the set of all those quirks is called One for All. In a bar. Shigaraki, that damn thing. All for one, who would have thought? He has a fantastic quirk. Maybe I should have listened to the doctor 11 years ago. He said while seeing his hands start to glow red. I want that. No. I need that quirk. A few minutes after Izuku finished in first place. Bakugo, damn it. That damn Deku. How could I finish in third place? Uraka, Deku. That was amazing. Midnight, the first game of the first year phase has finally ended. Now, take a look at the results. Now then, this is the second game. I know what it is, but what could it be? What could it be? And it is Kaminari, a cavalry battle? Midnight, let me explain. After a long explanation, and the point value assigned to first place is 10 million. Izuku, amazing. That's a huge difference to second place. He said mockingly at Shuka. Shinso, 10 million, huh? May, in other words, if you defeat the first place team, you can be first, no matter where you are. They all said, looking at Izuku in a murderous way. Izuku, well, that's a shame. After all, I'm untouchable, he said, smiling. Anyway, I need to find a team. Kirishima, hey! Bakugo. Todoroki already chose his team. Team up with me. Bakugo, rarely. Izuku, this is bad. Seeing how everyone was moving away from him, nobody wants to be the first place team. Uraka, Deku. Let's be a team. Izuku, great. But, we need 2 more people. Uraka, we can ask Ida. Ida, sorry, I have to reject you. Midoriya. Izuku, eh? Ida, since the entrance exam, I've only made you lose. You're a great friend, but because of that, if I continue following you, I'll never grow. Bakugo and Todoroki aren't the only ones who see you as a rival. He said as he left. I'm going to challenge you. May, you excel. Team up with me, first place person. Izuku, nice to meet you. Are you? Mei, I'm Mei Hatsume, from the support class. I don't know you, but let me take advantage of your place. As she began to show off her babies. Izuku, well, it's too practical, welcome to the group. Remembering that he met Tokoyami at USJ, I think we have the fourth member. Uraka, and it is? Seeing how Izuku walked towards Tokoyami's direction. Present Mike, come on, Eraser. After 15 minutes of team building and strategy discussion, 12 cavalry teams will line up on the field. Aizawa, there are some interesting teams out there. Izuku, before this begins, I'd like to say a few things about my quirk. Izuku, well, I wanted to tell you about my quirk. Tokoyami, your quirk? Izuku, that's right, he said while taking off his glasses. My quirk acts the same way as the convergent and divergent sequences in mathematics. No matter how many times I divide a number, it will never reduce to zero. In the same way, the technique prevents anyone from getting close to me no matter how close they are. Uraka, that explains a lot. Izuku, however, he said looking seriously at everyone, if I use it a lot, my brain is going to fry. Uraka, what? Tokoyami, makes sense. Great defense for a great cost. Izuku, I didn't really know this about my infinite ability. In fact, it just made me tired, he said looking at his glasses, until I decided to keep it active as long as possible. He said with tired eyes. Uraka, deku. No me digas Q. Izuku, that's right, I've had infinite active for 2 days now. Tokoyami, you're at your limit. Izuku, that's why I'm going to have to deactivate and activate it at will. He said putting on his glasses. Probably in this scenario I can only use it one time for a few seconds. A few minutes later. Present Mike, are you all ready? He said, already seeing all the armed groups in position. Monoma, Class A always shines, but we Class B are always in the dark. What's different about them? He said with his companions. They only fought against villains. Listen, I need to copy the quirk of the strongest in Class A. He said looking at Izuku. Midnight, well, it's time to start. Izuku, guys, I'm counting on you. He said while putting on the 1,000,000 point bandana. Bakugo, we're waiting. Cracking his knuckles. Todoroki, for one thing. Midnight, start. After giving the order to start, all the cavalry teams began to run in Izuku's direction. With a single objective. Tetsu, it's a battle for 1,000,000 points. Tokoyami, an attack without delay, the fate of the burr. Izuku, let's go. He said pointing at Tetsu. The cavalry battle is a good situation to test my new uses with my ability. Celeste. He said to enclose Tetsu's group with the tiles attracted by Celeste. Tetsu, using his quirk all over his body and breaking the tiles. What the hell is wrong with you? If I didn't have a quirk as powerful as this, that attack would have. Izuku, grabbing Tetsu's bandana. Too easy. Tetsu, damn you. He said approaching with his team. Izuku, it's time to use this. Touching the button on Mei's jet pack. Tetsu, he flew? Thanks to the support course, huh? Mei, what do you think of my babies? Aren't they cute? Izuku, landing with the others, they're amazing. Mineta, inside Shoji, I'll steal your points. Midoriya. Izuku, seeing Shoji approaching, so Shoji takes Mineta and Tsuyu. Tokoyami, what are we doing? Midoriya. Uraka, I'm stuck. Seeing how she had stepped on one of Mineta's balls. Izuku, damn it. He said dodging Tsuyu's tongue. Tsuyu, I expected nothing less from you, Midoriya. Todoroki, watching from afar, he dodged it? Tokoyami, Midoriya, use the jetpack. Izuku, touching the jetpack button. That was close. Bakugo, deku. Boosting himself with his explosions. Izuku, it was already strange to me that he didn't attack. He said, and then thought, this is bad, this idiot will think I'll use one of my best explosions, since the nerd can resist it. In any case, when he uses his explosion, not having infinite activated, it would be extremely high damage for us. I have two possibilities: if I use infinite now to fry my brain but resist the explosion. Or we use Dark Shadow to use him as a shield, but Dark Shadow has a weakness to light, and by using him as a shield he would practically lose power in all the remaining time. Also, he said, seeing Todoroki's team approaching through Izuku's group's blind spot, that is, from behind suspiciously, they waited for this opportunity to act. They wait for me to use my infinite and then attack me from behind, then I only have one option left. All this happened in 0.003 seconds. Bakugo, die deku. He said in front of Izuku to use a very powerful explosion. Izuku, Tokoyami. Tokoyami, yes. Dark Shadow. Receiving the explosion and becoming weaker. Present Mike, seeing Bakugo he separated from the horses. Is this legal? Bakugo, TSK. Getting caught by one of Sero's tapes. Midnight, it is valid as long as it does not touch the ground. Izuku, landing okay, now he said looking at Todoroki's team, our problems are you huh? Watching them retreat. Uraka, it seems they don't want to attack us yet. Todoroki, I already figured it out. Ida, what do you mean? Todoroki, he can't use his ability to stop people. Kaminari, are you kidding? Midoriya is someone full of surprises. Momo, to tell the truth, there was a reason he had to evade Tsuyu's attacks and need Dark Shadow to stop the explosion. Todoroki, I have a plan to get us all 1 million points. Izuku, so Kachan lost his points watching Monoma face Bakugo. Tokoyami, that's one less problem. Izuku, how much time do you have left? Dodging an earphone jack from Jiro, problems keep coming. Using the jetpack again. Tokoyami, if we stay in the air for about 45 more seconds, we'll win. Izuku, I guess that's going to be the new plan. Bakugo, it's time for round 2 Deku. Coming back with his explosions. Izuku, why do you always end up ruining everything? Bakugo, take this. Using the same explosion. Tokoyami, Dark Shadow. Covering the attack again. Bakugo, I know what your weakness is. He said making many explosions making Dark Shadow no longer useful now no one will save you Deku. Izuku, in his mind I have no other choice. Seeing how Todoroki's team was approaching again. Bakugo, die. Seeing how the explosion slowed down as it reached Izuku TSK. Izuku, grabbing Bakugo's arm now for being an idiot I'll keep your points. Bringing his hand closer to Bakugo's points. Bakugo, unable to move due to Izuku slow down damn it. I'll kill you when I can Deku. Being saved by Sero's ribbon. Izuku, that was close. Landing. Tokoyami, we already used the wild card, we can only run. He said so that the group started running but they were cornered by Todoroki's team. Uraka, it won't be that easy, eh? Todoroki, Ida. Ida, yes. Running towards Izuku. Izuku, it's not just them. Seeing the other teams approaching. Todoroki, Kaminari, Yayorozu. Yes. Kaminari and Yayorozu said in unison. Kaminari, make sure to protect yourselves. He said preparing electricity 1.3 million volts. Izuku, damn. Using infinity to protect his friends. Tokoyami, hold on Midoriya. The electricity is affecting the other teams too. Todoroki, freezing the other teams I'll take all this taking the points of the other teams. Kendo, damn. Izuku, the jetpack broke? Mei, my baby. Uraka, we can't escape. Tokoyami, we have nowhere to go anymore. Standing at the edge of the stadium. Todoroki, I'll save Midoriya. Kaminari. Kaminari, it's over Midoriya. 2 million volt discharge. Izuku, stopping the discharges with infinity it hurts. Todoroki, take him to his limits Kaminari. Kaminari, ah. Agag he said with a short circuit in his brain. Todoroki, did it work? He said looking at Izuku. Izuku was looking at Todoroki with a slight smile until he started getting a nosebleed. Tokoyami, Midoriya. Midoriya. Seeing how his partner did not react and was unconscious. Uraka, Deku. Todoroki, this is our chance. Approaching Izuku. Tokoyami, I won't let you. Dark Shadow. A mini Dark Shadow comes out. Todoroki, lighting his fire scaring Dark Shadow it won't work. He said bringing his hand closer to Izuku's points to be slowed down what? Izuku, in his mind don't faint idiot, if you do your team will lose, don't do it, don't do it. As he lost consciousness and saw how he bled more and more. Midnight, the test is over. Izuku Midoriya managed to hold on with 1 million points. Aizawa, something's wrong. What's going on with Midoriya? Uraka, Deku. Watching him fall to the ground. The whole place fell silent, watching as Izuku was rushed to the UA infirmary. After a slight break from the sports festival, All the teachers and Principal Nezu were in the infirmary to check on Izuku. Recovery girl, it's useless. Seeing Izuku's brain on an X-ray, he'll die in a few minutes. Aizawa, how is that possible? She was doing great. Recovery girl, Aizawa. The damage his brain received is already impossible to recover. My quirk can't help him. Present Mike, Principal. What are we going to do? If we say that a student died on our premises in the middle of the sports festival, how would people react? All Might, young Midoriya. Nezu, let's wait until the end of the sports festival to give the news. After that, the teachers left the infirmary. Nezu, you really can't do anything? Recovery girl, I can't really do anything. My quirk allows me to speed up a patient's recovery speed, but there's no natural way for a brain in that state to be able to heal. Nezu, it's a shame that someone with that key, he said, watching in amazement as Izuku woke up as if nothing had happened. Izuku, what the hell happened? Recovery girl, impossible. How can you just stand up and talk like nothing happened? Izuku, eh? Nezu, we need to get another X-ray. What? They said in unison when they saw how Izuku's brain was now intact. Nezu, how is this possible? Izuku, I really have no idea. Lunch break. Izuku, was I really about to die? He thought as he left the infirmary. Urakao, deku? That's good. Tokoyami, you had us worried. Izuku, I'm fine, now that I could rest I can use infinite for as long as I want. Tokoyami, well. I don't know if that's good or bad, since we're going to have to face each other now. Izuku, haha. Are we going to lunch? He said as he left but ran into Todoroki. Todoroki, Midoriya. Can we talk? Izuku, eh? Entrance of teachers and students. Izuku, so. What did you want to talk about? Todoroki, did you know why I don't want to use my left side? Izuku, how am I supposed to know? Todoroki, Endeavor is my father. I'm sure you know he's been stuck as the number 2 hero forever. Izuku, Endeavor has always given me bad vibes. Todoroki, you've heard of quirk marriage, right? Izuku, of course. So that's why you have fire and ice, huh? Todoroki, in my memories my mother is crying. Izuku, eh? Todoroki, my mother told me while pouring boiling water over me. Izuku, what? Todoroki, basically, I picked a fight with you to show the old man what I can do without his damn quirk. He started to leave. I'll beat you and completely reject that bastard's quirk. Sorry for wasting your time. Izuku, damn. I didn't understand anything. Anyway. Stop hiding, Kachan. Bakugo, TSK. Don't bother Deku. He said as he left. Present Mike, now that lunch is over, it's time to reveal the final game. They'll be fighting in tournament style, one-on-one. Kirishima, so the last round is one-on-one. I'm going to be on the stage I watch every year on TV. Midnight, now, let's draw lots to determine the pairings. Ojiro, excuse me. I'm leaving. A few minutes later. Izuku, so I'm going against that Shinso guy. Shinso, it's you, isn't it? Izuku Midoriya. Izuku, that's right. Ojiro, Midoriya. Seeing Shinso smile and walk away. Izuku, what's wrong? Ojiro, you don't answer him. Present Mike, from the hero course Midoriya Izuku. Versus sorry, he hasn't done anything to stand out yet. From general studies, this Hitoshi Shinso. The rules are simple. Shinso, I give up. Huh? If you know what you want for your future, then you can't worry about appearances. Present Mike, Listos? Shinso, that monkey was going for his pride. Present Mike, start. Shinso, but don't you think it was foolish to waste his opportunity? Being silenced by a punch from Izuku who appeared in front of him, sending him flying. Midnight, Shinso leaves the track. The winner is Midoriya. Izuku, sorry. Seeing Shinso unconscious. Nursing. Izuku, good evening. Thank you for your hard work. Recovery girl, I hope this mania of you coming or bringing people to the infirmary doesn't last forever. Izuku, sorry, but I couldn't help myself. Ouch. Being hit by recovery girl. Recovery girl, huh? I thought your quirk would stop the attack. Izuku, it doesn't work like that. In his mind, how much strength does this old lady have? It hurts. Recovery girl, so the Todoroki girl won. Izuku, well. It was pretty obvious. After the other fights, it was time for perhaps one of the most anticipated fights by the public. Endeavor, oh, there you are. Izuku, what does the eternal hero number 2 want with me? Endeavor, how dare you? Izuku, I'm sorry. Endeavor, it doesn't matter for now. I watched your fight while pointing at him. I need you to do me a favor. Izuku, a favor? Endeavor, I need you to talk some sense into my daughter. Izuku, what? Endeavor, right now he's in a rebellious stage, but when I use my power heal. Izuku, enough, I must go. Endeavor, wait, brat. Izuku, listen to me Endeavor, I don't care about anything you want he said starting to leave right now. I'll just make sure I reach the top. I don't care about your family dramas. Platform. Present mic, thank you all for waiting. The first match of the second round is a very good one. From the hero course, Todoroki Shuka. And from the other side, Midoriya Izuku. Izuku, well, just another stone in my path. Somewhere in Japan. All for one, watch this match closely, Shigaraki Tomura. Someday one of them will be your greatest enemy. Shigaraki, too trash. Platform. Present mic, these are two high-level rivals. Right now, Midoriya vs Todoroki. Let's begin. As soon as the order to start was given, Todoroki tried to freeze Izuku as he had done with Saro. Izuku, seeing how the ice was slowed down, you simply have no way to attack me. Todoroki, shut up. Making another ice wall towards Izuku. Izuku, breaking it with pure brute force. I thought you would be a little more complicated, but you are very easy. He said, appearing in front of Todoroki, hitting her in the abdomen. Todoroki, ugh. Flying towards the end of the platform but being saved by a wall of ice. Izuku, I'm not done yet. Appearing above Todoroki by his teleportation and hitting her in the head, causing her to crash into the ground. PFF. In the stands. All Might, looking at Izuku, that boy. Nezu, do you think so too, All Might? All Might, he was able to regenerate out of nowhere, he said, looking at his hands, and now he seems to have super strength. Seeing how Izuku broke an ice wall as if it was nothing that Todoroki had done. Nezu, your documents don't say such things. All Might, maybe he has some kind of relationship with him? Nezu, I don't think so. It seems that he doesn't even realize yet that he has superhuman strength that he just revealed now. On the platform. Todoroki, is there any way to surpass that power? He thought while watching Izuku entertain himself by breaking the ice walls. Izuku, hey! Appearing in front of her, trying to hit her, but she anticipates him and makes an ice wall. Good reaction. Bakugo, the half-and-half idiot, is lost. Kirishima, well, he's unable to attack Midoriya, but maybe he has a chance. Bakugo, are you an idiot? If someone like me has never managed to surpass that barrier called infinity, she even less. Izuku, Todoroki. You start moving slowly. Seeing how Todoroki was practically breathing ice, what's wrong? Are you making things easier for me? Todoroki, I will never use my old man's side. I understand what Izuku meant. Izuku, well, if that's what you want, he said, to prepare to attack. I'll win. He was about to teleport to get her off the platform until a memory invaded his mind. 11 years ago. Izuku, stop it, Kachan. Defending another boy who was being bullied by Bakugo. Bakugo, are you stupid, Deku? You have an exceptional quirk, you have to mark the hierarchy. Izuku, that idea is stupid. Bakugo, in this world, there are only the strong and the weak. That kid over there is just another quirkless weakling. Izuku, do you want to be a hero? Bakugo, I want to be the strongest hero, one who even surpasses All Might. Izuku, I want to be a hero, but one that helps everyone. Platform. Izuku, thinking what a silly memory. Looking at Todoroki and remembering what Endeavor told him, I think. I already have a motivation to be a hero, or so I think. Present mic, what's going on? Neither of you are doing anything. Izuku, Seeing how Todoroki made another ice wall towards him, that won't work. The more you do, the slower you'll become. Breaking it. Todoroki, I'll show the old man that I can win without his power. He began to freeze. Izuku, if you don't attack me with everything you've got, you really won't be able to win, he said as he approached. Anyway, if you do, you won't either. Todoroki, with everything I have? Did my father pay you to do this? Using more ice. Izuku, the speed of the ice has dropped considerably. Breaking it, it's really stupid. Wanting to be number one without giving it your all? Stop acting dumb. After Izuku's words, and his mother's words, but you want to become a hero, right? I think you can do it. Todoroki, I inadvertently forgot. You don't have to be a prisoner of your blood. Todoroki. It's okay for you to become whatever you want to be. A huge wave of fire flooded the entire stadium. Present mic, this is. Uraka, the heat. Ida, he used it. Todoroki, even if you want to win. Helping your enemy. Who's being silly now? Endeavor, Shukan. You finally accepted yourself? That's it. Good. This is where it all begins for you. With my blood, you will surpass All Might. You will fulfill my wish. Present mic, Endeavor suddenly shouted encouragement? A loving father, I guess. Todoroki, Midoriya. You're completely crazy. Stomping hard with his right foot, freezing a large part of the platform. Izuku, what an interesting power. Todoroki, Midoriya. Thank you. Sending a large flame of fire towards Midoriya that covered him completely. Izuku, appearing behind Todoroki, I'm here. Giving her a good kick in the back that sent her flying to the limits of the platform, but she was saved again by her ice, again a good reaction. Present mic, so hot. Who will be the winner of this? Izuku, well, since you used your left side, I'll use my new ability. While raising his index finger to almost neck height, the reversal of my only ability. While forming a red sphere red. The whole place was blinded by the red light. Todoroki, I won't let you. Releasing a flame more powerful than the previous one. After the light and fire subsided, all the spectators wanted to see what had happened. Present mic, but so much power. Who will have won? Seeing that Todoroki was still on the platform with half of his uniform frozen so as not to expose himself, Miss Todoroki is still on the platform. Searching with her eyes for Izuku until she saw him as Izuku is. Out of the platform. Izuku, damn. It didn't work out. Thinking I still can't use red perfectly, I don't even understand how to use it. Plus I concentrated so much on doing it that I deactivated Infinite. Seeing how burnt he was, well, I should go to the infirmary. Present mic, the winner is Todoroki. Nursing. Recovery girl, I told you not to get mad at yourself. Izuku, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Recovery girl, kiss. Healing Izuku's burns, you did good, kid. Izuku, thank you. Well, I'm off. He said as he left the infirmary. Todoroki, hey! Izuku, oh. Todoroki. Todoroki, why? Izuku, well, I did it because when I was a kid I wanted to be a hero that helps everyone. Todoroki, not that, idiot. Why did you let me win? Izuku, what do you mean? Todoroki, how did my flare come to touch you? Izuku, well. That was because I accidentally deactivated my ability. He said with a smile.